Welcome to Raptor Farm. What is Raptor Farm, you ask? It's a platform for anyone who makes their own short-form videos. You can make it on your smartphone, your handycam, and even edit it on your iPad. Keep watching and you'll see what I'm talking about. This is Raptor Farm. First off, we have another installment of the Green City Startup, a stop-off at Melville's trendy bakery, Café de la Crème. We joined the UJ Energy movement for day 3 of the African Solar Drive. And Bradley Africa is making magic in the studio in this week's webisode of Sugar Rush. All this and more coming up in the next half hour. I'm David and welcome to Raptor Farm, South Africa's original short-form video incubator. As you guys know, the Green City Startup Challenge has been narrowed down to the top 8 ideas, who all stand to win $1 million. Finalists recently met to workshop entrepreneurial challenges. Our Raptors were there.
The final 8 entrepreneurs of the Green City Startup attended their first group workshop on May 26th. This allowed them all a chance to recap on each other's progress and plan their way forward under the supervision of technical advisor Luke Jordan.
So the learning session was just about us sharing ideas, seeing the challenges that we've been confronted with, and obviously trying to see if there's possibilities for synergy and try brainstorm around solutions to the obstacles we're currently facing.
With a long session of brainstorming and problem solving ahead, Luke Jordan wasted no time cutting to the purpose of the evening.
First, just talk a little bit about why we asked you to come early and what this peer learning session is. And then we'll get into talking, but I'm going to do that really quickly, and then I'm going to mostly shut up and just ask you questions. We're doing this one now for 2 reasons. One is because it nicely dovetails with the dinner that's about to happen. And 2, because we thought this is a good moment. Each of you received initial tranches roughly a month ago. You're heading into sort of deadlines on those first milestones. And so in terms of an initial phase, this felt like a good moment. So what we're gonna do with this, so as I said, I'm simply going to facilitate. This is principally a session for you guys to talk to each other. And what we want to talk about are the challenges that you're facing. The successes are nice, and those can be talked about later, but we're actually, frankly, not that interested.
This session has been very useful, enlightening to see that the challenges I go through are actually minor compared to other people's challenges. I also picked up that we also have some common challenges as legal issues. So it was very, very insightful.
I found it really useful because I think beforehand I wasn't sure that we were going to have so much in common. I was surprised with the commonality of the challenges and that we actually can help each other a lot, I think, if we talk more.
So interesting. So you're building this giant concrete bench and getting the concrete molds done. That's fine. It's the back-end software development that's proving to be difficult. And is it, just understand, is it, so you said finding talented software developers, are you looking to hire or are you looking to?
As the evening progressed, the discussions became more influential and entertaining.
Today's session was great, actually sharing some of the experiences and problems and positive things that's been happening with the other contestants. And it's always good to get a kind of a shared experience with other contestants and people in the same boat.
The remaining time of the session was allocated to the finalists to talk among themselves and discuss milestones. This was valuable time spent, reminding each of the contestants that they are all in the same boat and paving the way to successful future workshops.
Great to see the youth standing tall amongst the finalists. RaptorFarm.com is the place to go if you'd like to find out more about this project. And if you'd like to become a Raptor, be sure to check the site for details. The Orbit Jazz venue in Braamfontein is one of the first places to provide a platform for local greats such as Dudu Makwana and Hugh Masekela. UJ students at the Department of Journalism, Film and TV Studies visited to find out why it's such a popular evening out.
It is so beautiful getting greats to play on this stage, from all over the world, I would say so. So it is really inspiring. Even for us as jazz musicians, we are so honored to have this home, the Orbit. We call this our home.
The Orbit's a home. It's a place where everybody can go that loves the music, and so that's what makes it so unique.
I've never felt as comfortable and safe as in a jazz club. That's the one place where I think that it's almost like, there's a nuclear war outside and my shelter. That's a bit my shelter. There was obviously all the historical side of things and the fact that the country was going through a lot of changes, but the music was playing a big part, and especially the way that friend Philip was telling me about the clubs, in Joburg and Kippies, Softtown, Razzmatazz and Three Sisters and all sorts of clubs that do not exist anymore, but which were important not just because of the music, but also because of that were the places where people were mixing, in Johannesburg. So it was, but that was the real reason for my coming to South Africa.
Jazz has played quite an extensive role in South African history, producing a number of very important musicians internationally. Abdullah Ibrahim, Hugh Masekela, Johnny Diani, Dudu Makwana, and of course Miriam Makeba, to name a few. For a long time there were very few platforms for musicians to showcase their talents, but luckily the Orbit has changed all of that.
Well, there was a period where it was there wasn't really any venues or platforms for us to showcase what we do. So if you have a voice, you have to have a platform, to speak on. And the Orbit and the African Freedom Station and the Baseline have created these platforms where there were people that wanted to play, but there wasn't a space.
I think for us, that notion of saying musicians will go into orbit, into a high orbit at the venue through their musical exploration, but also that the audience can be part of that orbit and maybe gravitate around the musicians, maybe not exactly in the same orbit, but in a wider orbit, but still we're still together and we're all revolving around the same piece of music. You will be safe, you will be mixing with all sorts of people who are all coming because of the same thing, because of that music that's being performed on stage. And you'll feel that you can spend a few hours at that venue and feel like you're taking on a journey.
It's very vibrant, it's very strong, it's stronger than it's been for a very long time. It's a great cultural representation of what's going on in Joburg.
The jazz landscape in Johannesburg is very vibrant. There are lots of upcoming musicians and lots of older, more established musicians keeping the heritage alive and who are being very creative with their art.
A space where musicians reach new heights with unlimited creative spirit. Follow Raptor Farm on Facebook by using the link below and discover other Raptors in training. Our next story was created entirely on a smartphone. You can do it too, and here's a quick tip. Remember that your cell phone is far more mobile than a big camera is. So experiment with unusual angles and see if you can master the focus pull on your smartphone. I've been trying and it's harder than you'd think, but when you get it, your shot will be stunning. Let's check out what one of our Raptors created on his smartphone.
My name is Sergio De Freitas. I'm the owner at Cafe de la Creme in Melville. It's a family-run business run by myself, my wife and my sister. Cafe de la Creme has been around in Melville for roughly about 28, 29 years with various owners, from the original to myself. I've been here for the past 4 years. The original family was a Greek family, the Petusas. The father, Nick, and his wife, Maria, ran it for several years. Nick unfortunately passed away and his son took over, and then it was sold and sold and sold. We're kind of a restaurant slash cafe slash bakery, I'd say. Do a bit of everything. We have a bakery on premises, so we do all the baking here, from, you know, your pastries, croissants, Chelsea buns, so all the breads, biscuits, cakes, all of it's done here. Pies are homemade. We open about 7 o'clock in the morning, it's quite early. We do breakfast and then light lunches, like we do salads, sandwiches, you know, we'll do Prego roll, beef burger. I mean, I've been living here in Melville for almost 30 years now. I was born here. It was always a vibey place, very arty. During the day, it's, you know, great here, it's peaceful, you know. My wife, Tegwin, started her own project that's joined to Cafe de la Creme called the Icing Table. She specializes in your specialty cakes, going from wedding cakes to kids' birthday cakes. You know, pretty much whatever you want she can do. She just recently had a little article in Your Baby magazine. Somebody had ordered a teddy bear cake that she made for a kid's christening or birthday, and certain people have said that she's one of the best that they've seen. Yeah, so we do a bit of everything.
A warm feel with great food. Seems like 27 Boxes has some stiff competition. Still to come on Raptor Farm, African Solar Drive Day 3. The final year BTech art students exhibit at FADA. And webisode number 4 of Sugar Rushed. You're watching Raptor Farm. Follow Raptor Farm on Facebook using the link below. We'd love to hear your opinion on the content that we're sharing and ideas of what we should be covering. Why not send us your very own content contributions? Day 3 installment sees the UJ engineering students cross the Namibian border, proudly the very first solar-powered vehicle to travel through the country.
We left Uppington this morning and we hit the road. We took the car out for a run. There were a few technical issues which we managed to resolve very quickly. We got the car back and running and it performed like a beast.
We are heading through to the Namibian border today. So we fixed the car up, sorted out all the little niggles, and it seems to be running quite nicely. We're just filling up all the cars so we can get through the border.
Unfortunately, I was at the place at the moment when the car arrived, and I just think I have a look at the car and see what is going on here.
We're going to drive up to a few k's out from the border and then load the car up, go through the border, put it down again and start driving in Namibia.
So I'm feeling really excited for my first time driving the solar car. I took it for a spin around the car park at UJ, but I've never taken it on the road before, so I'm super keen to see what it can do. Being in Namibia is amazing. We are the first solar car that we know of to travel into this country, and we're going to be the first solar car driving in this country, so that's fantastic. Having been involved in the energy movement for about 6 months now, I've really learned things that I don't think I would have been able to pick up in my normal studies. Actually, being able to design and manufacture something myself that I know my life in part depends on really is an experience that you don't get in lectures, so it's been phenomenal and I wouldn't change it for anything. I really do think it's important to get kids interested in science and technology. It's a field where we really need a lot of skills. We have quite a severe skill shortage, and it would be great if more kids choose to do engineering. the Language 2 is a fantastic platform from which to advertise to children because it's something that they can almost touch and feel. They can look at it and it gets them super excited to see what they might be doing with their lives one day.
Who knew solar could look so sexy? If you think you could be a Raptor who can conceptualize, make, and upload your own original content online, then check us out on raptorfarm.com to learn more about how we could work together. Speaking of creativity, next up we check out the final year BTech students exhibition at FADA, UJ Bunting campus. The second round of the final year FADA BTech students from the Visual Arts Department had their exhibition on the 13th of November, where they had the opportunity to showcase their work and mingle with like-minded individuals, friends and family. The exhibition ran for 5 days and was open to the public. The exhibition was entitled Shift In Collective.
So this exhibition is basically an accumulation of what we've been doing over the last year. What it's about is creating ambiguous imagery. I looked at acquiring ambiguous imagery, changing it to become more ambiguous, and basically contrasting that with this plasticity and artificiality within the work. Eventually I ended up doing paintings that were quite three-dimensional in a way, which was quite interesting and different, I felt.
My exhibition is a city in transit, so I work with photography in the city of Johannesburg. My work is dealing with multiculturalism, so the different cultures that are living in our city today. It goes back to Johannesburg's mining town stage, where it was a small little mining town and now it's sprung up to a strong economic city base. It's not by a coast. And that is because of all the cultures coming in and out of it. And with those cultures, how the city is constantly morphing and changing and always developing. It doesn't stay the same. It's this continuous influx.
Basically what I'm doing is looking at what it means to be a colored in today's day and age, living in Johannesburg. I do this by basically looking at the idea that as a colored person, you're not white enough nor black enough. You're neither white nor black, but at the same time both. And what that means is that as a colored person, you can be anything and nothing at the same time. And I thought to myself, like, how does one represent this? And what I did was I created the character known as the Speedster. And the Speedster is this character that exists within mythology as a figure built on contradiction. So it's neither here nor there, but at the same time it's everywhere. The way I bring this across is by looking at colored anecdotes and motifs that make up the trickster identity. So if you look around you, you'd see the masks and stuff which become this trickster. And the trickster himself is essentially colored. And he's mischievous, he's naughty. Yet the thing is, as in typical trickster fashion, not only does he seek to claim space within contemporary Johannesburg, he seeks to claim space within himself. What I'm looking to do is essentially establish myself as a person and say that, hey, I'm here.
Astounded by the talent and level of work being produced by our local students. Well done. You can find Raptor Farm on Instagram. That's where we post all our behind-the-scenes pics. Be sure to share us on your favorite social media platform. In this week's webisode of Sugar Rushed, we catch up with Bradley Africa, who has the ever-so-smooth 1D in studio.
Everything here is unscripted and unrehearsed. Real people making real music. This is Sugar Rushed.
Come in.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
How you doing, man?
How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man.
Oh,
Good.
fresh.
Chilled vibes.
Yeah,
It's always chilled vibes when I'm working on your tracks.
I can hear.
Yeah.
That's what I'm excited about.
Full of flavor, man.
How you doing, bro?
If I had to put it in my mouth, the juices would be. How are you, man?
Oh man, good, bro. Good.
Look,
good,
I want to say something to you.
Yeah.
I want to thank you for taking me on a musical journey the last time, man. Yeah. I'm looking forward to a very productive session with Wendy. The last time he came in, we totally flipped the script, or rather we flipped the track. We actually started on a whole new track that was inspired by, by his vision. So I'm hoping to continue in the same vein and to hopefully finish the track today. It was like a
a musical journey of note. I have not been taken that deep.
Hey man, I appreciate
in ages, man.
I appreciate
yeah,
it, man.
So we had to finish off the track.
Yeah.
Because I didn't. Obviously, I can't do much work on it because we need your voice. Your voice is the kick, the snare, the drums, the everything.
Okay.
So you ready to get into the studio?
Man, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. It's been too long.
It's been too long.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let me get the track set up.
Okay, cool.
And yeah, we're gonna hit it.
You know, I actually have to thank Brad, man. I mean, it's been amazing working with Bradley. He has a sense of freedom and feeling in everything he does, you know. And if it wasn't for, I think, his push, we wouldn't have gotten to where we are with the song and what we've done with it. I really think it's amazing. It's sounding really cool. Went for a fresh idea.
All of this gonna meet the sweet, sweet rim. Made it clearly drove me crazy. Ease your heart a little, say my love is crazy. Promise not to feel a thing. You're nothing, zip, zilch, no fronted. You must be losing me. I fluffed so much, but I was just getting through it.
You actually fluffed?
Yeah, so much. So
Are you for real?
Yeah, bad.
Damn, okay.
But it's all good.
I feel like I was there, but I wasn't. I thought it sounded cool. I was about to say nice. But
Yeah, like halfway through the verse, like especially the second part, like the second 8.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna record the first 8. I'm comfy with that.
Okay,
and
cool.
Then record the second 8. Then I'll be comfy with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's perfect. I'm cool with that, brother. But you want to listen back in the meantime? Let's go for it.
Love is funny. Got you thinking you the center of my mind. I didn't hear you come up in something blurring. What these words supposed to rage me up inside. See what we have was so beautiful. Had me dripping for that and losing perfect sight. With time you found a way to shift my focus from what kept me around to what kept me aroused. Baby, you are in fact what beauty lacks. We're flying in slacks. We're just high, does not compare. Your body's just so one delicious, baby. Let them hate you. Even I see it's not fair. But where there is smoke, there's me. And see me, I'm moving swiftly with no care. I promise not to feel a thing. You're nothing, zip, zilch, no fronted. You must be losing me.
Are you guys looking to stay updated with what's happening in the world of Sugar Rush? Well, look no further than sugarrush.com, because on the website you can find info on the cast and crew, highlight videos from your favorite episodes, music videos from your favorite artists, and links so you can follow Sugar Rush on your favorite social networks. So go to sugarrush.com, guys, and enjoy.
Original music being made by some very original people. Our website is raptorfarm.com, and that's where you can find out more stories. Follow any other Raptors and learn more about creating and uploading your own original content. Remember, you can use your smartphone to generate material. Get shooting. Thanks for watching Raptor Farm. Till next week this time, goodbye.